Hey everyone, I am going to review some different lubes with you today. And I'm really excited to do some of these. A lot of these lubes I have used as a customer, whether that be for sex or for just personal massage or for dilator use. So I'm gonna kind of rate these. One I've not yet used, but I am excited to review it with you. So the first review I'm going to start with Coconu. So Coconu, my friend Amanda Fisher, doctor of physical therapy, turned me on to this one. Coconu is amazing. Out of all the lubes that I have today, it is my favorite. It is an oil-based and hemp-based lubrication. It is really nice for sex, especially for people who have like micro tears or a very dry vaginal tissue. I found that the Coconu in unprotected sex, I'm married, unprotected sex is my favorite. It is not to be used with a condom. So sometimes my husband and I use condoms, sometimes not. But the Coconu, this is the lubrication. It is an oil-based lubricant, like I said. It goes on nice and smooth. You don't need a lot of it. So it is not going to have any strings or runniness. It is a nice oil-based lubricant. It really matches the skin quite nicely. It rubs in, but it is a long-lasting lubricant. It is the first oil-based lubricant that I have used, and I really like it. The cleanup afterwards is very nice. As you can see, there's no entrails, there's no sticky stuff going on, and it is infused with hemp as well, which helps relax the muscles. Plus, when I use this one, I really don't feel like cleaning up is a chore, and I know that I'm doing something really nice for my skin down there, and I don't have to really worry about much of anything. Now, it is an oil-based lubricant. If you do get it on your clothing, it can show, but if you simply just wipe up the excess and leave the rest on your skin, it is a great hydrating moisturizer that you can leave on for the rest of the day. Coconu also makes this lovely body oil. It says on their website that you can also use this as a lube. I use this one. I do a personal massage for my pelvic floor on my right glute and my left inner thigh. And I use this after I'm done massaging it. Again, it has a really nice texture. It is not too oily. You get it on and the texture is super nice. It doesn't get all over the place. Again, it is an oil-based lubricant. And so with the oil-based lubricant, you do have to worry, like if I put my fingers on my shirt, you would definitely see some fingerprints. But this is a really great body oil. You can put it on your body and it is really nice. Like let's say you're giving yourself a stomach massage or a leg massage. I usually massage my leg and my glute for a little while, and then I'll do the end massage with the Coconu body oil. I really like it. It is not too oily. It rubs in really nicely, and it is organic. So this again is the oil-based lubricant. And then we have the body oil, both infused with the hemp, which is really nice. These are 3-ounce bottles, and you can get just one, you can get multiples, you can get like a trial pack. I will go ahead and link the comment below with my Coconu ambassador code. You can get up to 15% off for Coconu, which I highly recommend. Do not use Coconu oil-based if you are going to be using a condom. They do make a water-based lubricant. Also, do not use the Coconu lube if you are going to be using a dilator. Dilators, unless they are made out of glass or metal, usually they're like a silicone-based material. Do not use anything oil-based with condoms or silicone. That's Coconu. So Loving that. One of my least favorite lubes, I just got this gigantic container. I think this was $32 on Amazon. This is Slippery Stuff. I have used Slippery Stuff in the past and really liked it. It is a lot like the Good Clean Love in consistency, but Slippery Stuff, a lot of times if you've gone to a pelvic floor physical therapist, they'll often use this because it comes in the big container. This is the gel. I do not like the gel. I do not recommend this gel. Amazon would not let me take this back, so I am stuck with this. I have not tried it for intercourse, but I have tried it for my dilator. Things that I do like about it with using it with the dilator, it stays on the dilator. Some of the ones that I'm going to show you later, they kind of just like slide off of the dilator. This one is a nice consistency to get the dilator in and to stay on the dilator and do what it needs to do to lubricate the tissue to get the dilator in. Now, what I don't like about this lubricant is it is very stringy, so I don't know if you can see that. It's making like a spider web string. And then when you are using this, so like let's say you take it out, it makes big, gigantic trails, which I really, really don't like. Like I said, it is very nice for the dilator. It slides effortlessly, but then you take it out and you have a big mess. I don't know if you can see that, but it is quite messy. I am going to have to clean myself up now. So that was the Slippery Stuff gel. I have used this before, like I said, at the pelvic floor physical therapist. She had Slippery Stuff. It did not seem to be this gross, but it seems like every time I use this, I have to wash my hands. I have to clean up everything else. The dilator, obviously I'm cleaning my dilator every time, but the like literally everything has to be cleaned when I use this because it's so goopy. So let's go to the next one. This is Good Clean Love. I think this brand is great. This is a water-based lubricant, so is good for dilators, is good also for condoms. And this particular one, I do have a lot of problems with things irritating my vagina. This one is really great for not irritating the tissue. This particular one I have not yet used for intercourse, but I have used this one with my dilator. I do not love it for the dilator. It does not feel like it gives me a good coating on the dilator. I really like to have the dilator nice and coated. As you'll see, it just falls right off. So whereas that Slippery Stuff that I don't like as much, one pro of that Slippery Stuff is that it does not fall off whatever you're using with it. So whether this is a penis or a dilator, as you can see, it just drips right off. So trying to get it on something and then stay there, good luck getting it in the exact spot that you want it to stay in, because it will move, like especially if you're trying to coat a couple sides of the dilator, it usually just slides right off the dilator. What I love about Good Clean Love is it is biomatch. It is, I think, organic. It's definitely a doctor recommended, and it's really good for the pH of your vagina. Another one that I don't feel like I need to like get in there and really clean my vagina out from after I use it. Of course, I wipe off the excess, but this one has some good aloe vera gel in it, so it's really quite nice for the tissue. Not something that I would leave on like the Coconu. I would definitely wipe off the excess. All right, let's move on. Oop, I got some on my leg. Let's move on to the Good Clean Love. This one is called Almost Naked. My favorite Good Clean Love. There are several Good Clean Loves out there. I have a few more that I haven't tried yet. This is a personal lubricant with aloe. Oh, this one's hypoallergenic. I don't know if this one has aloe in it that I just told you did. This one definitely has the aloe. This is my favorite to use for my dilator. So it has a really nice smell to it. Whoop, there it comes. So as you can see, this has a little bit more of a gel consistency to it. It does not make the spider trails like the slippery stuff did. So it is a very, very nice to use with your dilator. The only drawback to this particular one that I think that there is, it gets a little bit tacky and gummy when you're having sex with it. It is safe for condoms. It is safe for dilators, so those are both pluses, but it can get a little tacky after you've used it a little while, and it does require oftentimes a reapplication during sex. So the only drawback to that one, I would say that it gets this tacky consistency during sex, and oftentimes I'll have to reapply this one. But otherwise, this is my favorite lube that is water-based that I've used. So again, that's the Good Clean Love. It's very nice. It has a biomatch technology, and I really, really think that you'll enjoy this one if you try it. Last, oh no, we don't have last. We have two more. We're going to use Uberlube next. Uberlube is a silicone-based lubricant. So I have used this with my dilator before by accident. Not dilator safe unless you have the glass or the metal dilator. Silicone does not go with silicone, but silicone can match with a condom. So for Uberlube, I do have a lot of samples of this. So if you know me in person and you want to come get an Uberlube sample, you can come get this sample from me. I have had a couple people report that it is irritating to their vagina. It is irritating to my vagina, but you know, not all lubes are for everyone. So this particular one, you only need a little bit. Little bit goes a long way. As you can see, just like the oil-based, it really stays where you put it, and it is making everything nice and shiny. And if you leave this on, it really stays on whatever you have, like whatever skin you have it on, unless you are washing that area. And even when I washed the entire area, I could still feel, I don't know if it's the silicate or whatever they are, particles, and they were irritating to my vagina. So this particular one, I have lots of samples of. Some people really like it. Other people have too sensitive of a vagina for it. Now, if you are in perimenopause, this might be a really, really good one for you because it stays nice and slippery the whole time. It is ultra lubricating, and you only need a little bit. Little bit goes a long way. So that is the Uberlube. They were nice enough to give me tons of samples. So if you would like a sample, please let me know. Like I said, could work for you, might not work for you. If you have an ultra sensitive vagina like I do, maybe not the one for you. Let's move on to this last one. I have never used this one before. This is called Maude Shine. My friend who is a physical therapist, Angela Vile, she told me about this one. I haven't even opened it yet. Super excited to open it. Well, opening 5 out of 10. I also have little bottles of this for sale. They are $6 a bottle. So this is an organic aloe-based personal lubricant, just like the Good Clean Love is aloe-based. All of the products I have here are vetted by physical therapists, except for the Uberlube. This particular one, let's see how it goes. All right, so let's see how much. Oh, it's gonna drip. So it's definitely dripping. So if I were putting this on a dilator, I would have to worry about, is it gonna all drip off before I get it in where it needs to go. So far, not horrible on the slipperiness. It feels a lot like the Good Clean Love. I have not tested this particular one with my dilator or with sex, but it feels like it should be pretty good. It has a good amount of viscosity. It does not feel sticky or tacky, but a lot of friction sometimes can get these things to be sticky and tacky. It does not feel like it would be irritating, or if I left it on after sex that it would give me problems. It feels pretty nice. It's staying very nice and lubricated, even though I've spread it out quite a bit. Again, this is the Shine by Maude. Excited to try this one out with my dilator, see how that works. Like I said, I don't love that they're nice and drippy when I use the dilator, but sometimes they can work really well. One thing I do want you to know about this one is safe for condoms, is safe for dilators. So this is a water-based lubricant. So when we're picking a lubricant, whether it's water-based or oil-based, or we have our silicone-based lubricant, we have to make sure that we get the right one for the tools that we're using. So if we have just penis and vagina, or vagina and vagina, penis and whatever, any of these will do. But as soon as you add an element like a condom, you've got to take out your oil-based. As soon as you add something like silicone, you've got to take out your silicone, and only those water-based lubricants are going to be okay for your silicone toys and or dilators. So keep that in mind when you're shopping for lubricant. If you are local, I have all of these lubricants except for the Coconu. Like I said, I have a code for you to get off 15% with the Coconu, but all of these other lubricants and more are available at my shop at My Vagina Coach in Camp Hill. So I hope to see you sometime soon there, and I hope you enjoyed my little rating of lubricant and things that I like to use them for. So I'll catch you on the next one.